Welcome to the Master Cars Pro channel. Today we talk about the problems and weaknesses of this wonderful car. We are starting with the power units as usual. Subaru XV was equipped with two petrol boxer 4s of 1.6 VB16B and 2.0 liters VB20B, producing 114 and 150 horsepower respectively. A 147 horsepower 2.0 liter turbo diesel engine EE20Z was available for the European market. A reliable metal chain works in the timing drive of gasoline engines, the service life of which exceeds 200,000 km. The engines of the Subaru XV are fairly reliable, but certain problems can appear with age. One of the main troubles of a 2-liter engine is an increased oil appetite. So, for example, for cars with a mileage of more than 100,000 km, oil consumption can be about 1.5 liters per 10,000 km of the distance traveled. The culprits of the oil scraper are the oil scraper rings, or the presence of a defect in the cylinder block. And even in the first case, you can temporarily eliminate the problem by decaulking. It helps for a short time, and in the future they will have to be changed, when in the second you will have to fork out to replace the short block, cylinder block. In 2014, the manufacturer finalized the unit, after which the ailment became less common. Another problem of the VB series engines is the increased operating noise. The chain tensure is often to blame for the appearance of extraneous sounds during starting a cold engine. It does not completely select the slack, but with loud operation of a heated unit, you should check the AVCS valve, active valve control system, and compression. On higher mileage, the timing chain may also be the culprit. Another disadvantage is the tendency of motors to overheat. Of the less significant weaknesses, we can know the unreliability of the oil level sensor. It gives false warnings about a low oil level or vice versa. Often, to fix the problem, it is enough to turn off and then turn on the ignition. If this does not help, you will have to change the sensor. Clips of the plastic cover in the engine compartment play, emitting crackling and noise. Closer to 100,000 km, many have difficulty starting the unit. The nuisance is eliminated by flashing the engine control unit and cleaning the tire. It is worth noting the sensitivity of the motor to the quality of gasoline and oil. Frequent use of bad gasoline contributes to the rapid destruction of the catalyst, and the use of non-original oil can result in problems with AVCS, with subsequent cranking of the connecting rod bearings and premature capitalization. To increase the service life of the units, it is recommended to change the oil in them every 8–9,000 km. In Europe, the diesel engine has received many positive reviews due to its reliability, economy and good performance. With poor maintenance after 100,000 km, there is a high probability of crankshaft actual play. Another misfortune that can befall this engine is the appearance of the formation of the piston head in the first and third cylinders. Among other features, it is worth noting that high cost and complexity of maintenance and repair. For a number of manipulations, it is necessary to remove the power unit. Two types of transmissions were offered and paired to the engines: 5 and 6-speed mechanics and the Lineartronic chain variator manufactured by Subaru. Domestic operating experience has shown that all gearboxes are quite reliable and rarely present unpleasant surprises in the form of breakdowns. On a car with a manual gearbox of the first years of production and in versions with a diesel engine, the weak point is the clutch, which for many needed to be replaced without having served even 100,000 km. On a run of 150–200,000 km, a 2-mass flywheel becomes unusable, the replacement of which will cost a lot of money. But the variator with proper maintenance is able to hold out without repair up to 200,000 km, when the chain and cans need to be replaced. On earlier runs, problems can arise as a result of failures in the operation of control units, sensors and actuators in the box itself, as well as due to a lack of oil and overheating. At long service intervals, 100,000 km or more, problems arise with the valve body caused by contamination of the solenoids and narrow channels with wear products. Incorrect valve body operation in turn entails accelerated wear of the aluminum elements responsible for supplying lubricant to the chain and cones. The all-wheel drive system which all Subaru XVs are equipped with will be different depending on the type of gearbox selected. So in a car with mechanics, a classic 50/50 permanent drive with an interaxle self-locking differential and a viscose coupling is used. But a car with a variator has an active torque distribution system, which transfers 60% to the front axle and 40% to the rear. Both systems are reliable and do not bother with breakdowns for a long time. Of the weak points here, we can only note the vulnerability of the transfer case clutches. The main reason for their failure is prolonged off-road driving, prolonged slippage and frequent towing of a heavy trailer. But with the reliability of the chassis, not everything is so smooth. In addition to the stabilizer struts, wheel bearings, shock absorbers and silent blocks of the front levers are quickly rendered out. Even with careful operation, they may need to be replaced at a mileage of 70–100,000 km. The rest of the elements can withstand 120 and 150,000 km. In the rear suspension, camber levers require special attention. In the steering system, the steering rack is considered a problem place. It is rented closer to 100,000 km. Plastic bushings are broken. Not many people manage to eliminate the problem under warranty, since the manufacturer considers the presence of knocks to be a feature of the assembly design. The braking system is reliable, but active drivers wear out brake pads quickly. Traditionally, for cars of this brand, the paintwork is quite soft and quickly becomes overgrown with chips and scratches, especially on the hood. It is also worth noting the ragged thin metal, from which the body elements are made. It is easy to deform when stones hit. Over time, traces of rust appear on the body, usually in places where paint is chipped. The inside of the hood, under the seal, the exhaust system and suspension elements, but in most cases this is just a cosmetic flaw that does not lead to serious consequences. Getting into Subaru XV salon right away, you can say that this car cost more than $25,000 when new, since most of the exterior trim elements are made of cheap materials, hard plastic, oak leatherette on the backs of the front seats and etc. Of the other drawbacks of the interior, the owners most often note the absence of an eyeglass case, a short armrest, weak airflow around the edges of the windshield, poor sound insulation, explosive plastic of decorative elements and cracks of the frame of the front seats. Well, if you are the owner of this car, then please describe the problems that you had to face during the operation of the car. Perhaps it is your feedback that will help viewers when choosing a car. I'm done. Thank you all very much for your attention. I'm very grateful to you if you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. See you soon!